The Men in Black phenomenon, guardians of secrecy or shadows of the mind. For decades, stories of mysterious, black-clad strangers appearing after UFO sightings have fascinated and disturbed witnesses across the globe. These strange visitors, often referred to as Men in Black (MIB), are said to interrogate, threaten, or intimidate UFO witnesses into silence. While popular culture has turned the MIB into stylish secret agents protecting the Earth from aliens, their origin in UFO folklore is far darker, more mysterious, and far less comical. Who, or what, are the Men in Black? Are they government agents suppressing extraterrestrial knowledge? Are they aliens themselves, masquerading as humans? Or are they psychological projections born of fear and confusion? This essay explores the history, eyewitness accounts, psychological theories, government involvement, paranormal interpretations, and cultural evolution of the Men in Black phenomenon. Whether real, imagined, or somewhere in between, the MIB represent one of the most chilling and enigmatic elements of the UFO mystery. Underscore 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 underscore. 1. Origins of the Men in Black legend. The first known report, 1947. The first recorded Men in Black encounter occurred shortly after the 1947 Maury Island incident, just days before the Roswell crash. A harbor patrolman named Harold Dahl claimed to have seen 6 donut-shaped UFOs over Puget Sound, Washington. The next day, Dahl said he was visited by a man in a dark suit who warned him not to speak of the incident. This early encounter established a pattern that would repeat itself for decades. Black suits. Unmarked cars. Threats or intimidation. A demand to stay silent about UFO sightings. In the 1950s and 60s, reports of the MIB surged alongside the growing popularity of UFOs. Author and researcher Gray Barker helped popularize the term Men in Black in his 1956 book They Knew Too Much About Flying Saucers, in which he described incidents involving witnesses being silenced after close encounters. Underscore 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 underscore. 2. Classic characteristics of Men in Black. Though accounts vary, MIB share a surprisingly consistent profile. Appearance. Dressed in black suits, black hats, sunglasses, and sometimes trench coats, regardless of weather or location. Often reported as pale or unnatural looking, sometimes with expressionless faces, glassy eyes, or robotic movements. Occasionally described as identical looking, as if mass-produced. Behavior. Speak in monotone or stilted English, sometimes using outdated slang or odd phrasing. Exhibit unusual knowledge of the witness's life, habits, or location. Often arrive in black, vintage-looking vehicles, sometimes identified as Cadillacs that appear too clean or vanish without a trace. Leave witnesses feeling frightened, confused, or disoriented. Purpose. Typically show up after a UFO sighting. Warn witnesses to stay silent. Rarely use overt violence, but their intimidation is psychological and powerful. Underscore 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 underscore. 3. Notable men in black encounters. A. Albert K. Bender, 1953. Bender, the director of the International Flying Saucer Bureau, claimed he was visited by 3 men in black suits who appeared in his room, communicated telepathically, and warned him to stop his UFO research. He dissolved his organization shortly after and remained terrified for years. B. Dr. Herbert Hopkins, 1976. Hopkins, a UFO researcher in Maine, received a call from someone claiming to be affiliated with a UFO group. Minutes later, a bizarrely pale man in a black suit appeared at his door. The visitor knew intricate details of Hopkins' life and warned him to stop his investigations. Hopkins later reported feeling mentally and physically drained after the encounter. C. Dan Aykroyd, early 2000s. The actor and comedian, a longtime UFO enthusiast, claimed that while filming a UFO documentary, he stepped outside for a phone call and saw a black car with 2 men watching him. Moments later, the film project was abruptly shut down by the network without explanation. These are just a few among hundreds of accounts, ranging from isolated rural sightings to major city incidents. The consistency of detail across witnesses adds to the mystery. Underscore 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 underscore. 4. Are they government agents? Some believe the MIB are members of secret government agencies like the CIA, NSA, or Air Force Intelligence, tasked with monitoring and controlling public knowledge of extraterrestrial activity, recovering crashed UFO debris, silencing witnesses and whistleblowers. During the 1950s and 60s, the U.S. government was known to investigate and sometimes suppress UFO-related activity. Project Blue Book, ADIP, and other programs demonstrated that military and intelligence agencies did monitor UFO sightings. However, there are problems with the government agent theory. The strange behavior and appearance of MIB often goes beyond what one would expect from trained professionals. Many incidents describe supernatural phenomena, disappearing vehicles, telepathic speech, or technological anomalies. If these entities are agents, they are not from any official department that we know of. Underscore 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 underscore. 5. Paranormal or non-human entities. An alternative theory is that MIB are not human at all. A. Extraterrestrial. Some UFO researchers believe the MIB are aliens in disguise, trying to control human knowledge of their presence. B. Interdimensional beings. Authors like John Keel, in the Mothman Prophecies, theorize that MIB are ultraterrestrials, beings from parallel dimensions who can interact with our world. Keel described encounters with men in black who appeared hours before or after strange sightings, communicated in bizarre ways, and messed with witnesses' electronics or memories. C. Tulpas or psychic manifestations. Another theory, rooted in psychology and mysticism, is that MIB are thought forms, tulpas, beings created through collective belief or witness anxiety. In this view, they are the manifestation of cultural fear, not actual entities. Underscore 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 underscore. 6. Psychological and cultural interpretations. Skeptics and psychologists offer various explanations. A. Sleep paralysis and false memory. Some MIB encounters, particularly nighttime visits, may be linked to sleep paralysis, where the brain produces vivid, often terrifying hallucinations. B. Mass suggestion. Once the MIB became part of UFO lore, some argue that subsequent witnesses were influenced by previous accounts, shaping their perceptions under stress. C. Archetypes and the shadow self. From a Jungian perspective, MIB may represent the shadow self, the dark, suppressed parts of the psyche that emerge during traumatic or mysterious experiences. Underscore 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 underscore. 7. Pop culture and media influence. The phenomenon exploded in popular consciousness thanks to media portrayals, especially Men in Black, 1997. The hit film starring Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones gave the MIB a humorous, action hero twist. It was based loosely on UFO conspiracy theories. The X-Files often featured government cover-ups and strange agents with MIB qualities. Comics, novels, and documentaries reinforced and reshaped the legend over time. While the film version of the MIB made them stylish and cool, real-world accounts are far darker, more ominous, and deeply unsettling. Underscore 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 underscore. 8. Government records and official denials. Despite persistent rumors, no official documentation confirms the existence of MIB. Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, requests have revealed. The U.S. government monitored UFO researchers and sometimes visited them. However, these agents did not match the supernatural qualities described in classic MIB encounters. Still, the coincidence of sudden phone calls, disappearing data, or shut-down investigations raises suspicion for many researchers. Underscore 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 underscore. 9. MIB in the modern era. Are they still appearing? Surprisingly, MIB reports continue into the 21st century. In the 2000s, hotel staff in Canada reported strange black-suited men with no eyebrows and robotic behavior asking questions about UFO witnesses. Modern witnesses report MIB visiting YouTubers, authors, and experiencers shortly after they post or publish UFO-related content. The legend, if anything, is evolving with technology. Underscore 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 underscore. Conclusion. What are the men in black, really? The men in black remain one of the most perplexing aspects of the UFO phenomenon. They may be government agents suppressing secrets, aliens suppressing their own existence, interdimensional beings enforcing cosmic rules, or psychological manifestations born from human fear of the unknown. Whatever their true nature, they continue to haunt the edge of the UFO mystery, silent, shadowy figures who emerge when we get too close to the truth. Their legacy reminds us that the UFO enigma is not just about lights in the sky, but also about how we process, protect, and sometimes fear knowledge itself.